Hi, hello, my name is Jade and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Excuse me. Welcome to another Craftmas. I have no idea what day it is. I've been getting really overwhelmed, so not the best, but that's okay. Today we are going to make my granny's bonbons. Okay, let me be so for real. I didn't like them growing up because they have coconut in them, and then the older I got, the more I'm just like, these are my absolute favorite. So I got the recipe from her and we are gonna make them. Okay, I moved you. But I have her recipe. I have a few recipes. I have one that I found on the internet, have hers, and then I have her peanut butter one back here. I'm not making the peanut butter one, I'm just making the coconut one. So what we need is 2 pounds. 2 pounds of powdered sugar. That's a lot of powdered sugar. 2 pounds powdered sugar, 10 ounces of coconut, Eagle brand milk. I don't know what Eagle brand milk is, and I went grocery shopping for this with a different recipe, and this recipe is almost identical to the recipe that I found online. So the one online called for sweetened condensed milk. So the only difference between the recipes is, oh, and butter. We need butter for this. The only difference is they used less butter in the first one. They used sweetened condensed milk, and I don't know what Eagle brand milk is. They used less powdered sugar. They also used vanilla. They used more coconut. So honestly, it's the same recipe, but a little bit different. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw my hair up, and then we're gonna get going. Messy, doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. So I'm mixing the two of these together just because it's easier. So my grandma's is, you mix all of this together, then you stick it in the fridge for 24 hours, and then you come back, roll it into balls, and then you stick it in the fridge again for another 24 hours, and then you dip in chocolate. The other one doesn't have any instructions. But, so we need to get a cup of, okay, so we have everything that we need except the butter. We need to get the butter, which is 1 cup of butter, and it calls for it to be melted. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it melted, and then we're gonna pour everything together, and then we're gonna put it in the fridge. Butter is melted. It looks really funny. Like, it's like solid. That's really weird. It kind of looks like applesauce. Weird, but whatever. So we are going to put 1 full cup of butter in here. So we are following my grandma's recipe, but instead of Eagle milk, we're using sweetened condensed milk. So if this doesn't work, sorry, Grandma. Sorry, Grandma. She doesn't watch my videos. It doesn't matter. Shh. And then I'm going to open this up, the sweetened condensed milk. I feel like I have a vague idea of what Eagle milk is, because I feel like I've seen, like I can see it in my head. I just don't have it. I think it's actually just milk, but branded. Like, that makes any sense. But I could be wrong. If you know what it is, go ahead and let me know. I need to get a spatula. This is going to take a few days to do this. Okay, now that that's all in, I'm going to dump the rest of it in. I feel like that's such like a small list of things. We call these bonbons. I don't know what you guys call them. Coconut chocolate bonbons. We just call bonbons. There's all the coconut. Let's see. My husband likes coconut, so that's good. I'm making these mostly, like, I'm making them for me, but mostly for him because he likes coconut, and this just reminds me of my childhood. Like, the good parts of my childhood. And then 2 pounds. Grandma, what are you using 2 pounds for, Granny? So, I have grandparents, obviously. So, on one side of the family, we call them Grandma and Grandpa, and the other one we call them Granny and Papa. So, I don't know, sometimes I get like insecure when I call my granny Granny. I'm like, are people judging me? I don't know, it just truly doesn't matter. I feel like we all have weird names for our grandparents. Or some of us do. Maybe I understand now why it calls for 2 pounds, because like this is so liquidy. I don't even think that this is gonna like make it not be liquidy. Maybe that's why it needs to sit in the fridge for 2 days. I really hope this turns out good. Growing up, I didn't make this part. I was just kind of the person that dipped all the bonbons. My parents would make them and they would be set up in the fridge or the freezer, and then I would be the one that dips them. Just like growing up, I dipped the peanut butter pretzels. That was my job. Chocolate covered peanut butter pretzels are so good. My grandma was a cook, I guess. My granny. She was a cook, a baker cook for a hospital most of her life. So she knows how to cook, she knows how to bake. She's the one to go to. But that's what it looks like. I don't know if that's right, but that's what we got. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick this in the fridge for at least 8 hours, because it says overnight. So it's gonna be in the fridge for at least 8 hours, and then we will do the next step tomorrow. Here are the rest of our bonbon things. It's been quite a few days actually, if I'm gonna be honest. I let these sit for quite some time, and then I did roll them into balls. Mine was really liquidy, so I definitely think I did something wrong, but that's okay. Trying to shake off as much chocolate as I can because I don't have much. I'm not gonna be able to finish these before my husband gets home, just because I don't have enough chocolate to get through all of them. But yeah, that's all you really do, is you just make the coconut into like little rounds. Mine aren't rounds, really. Yeah, they're as good as I can get them. But they're very liquidy, so I definitely did something wrong. But you just stick them in the chocolate, do a little coat on them, try to shake off as much chocolate as you can, and then plop them on the next tray to hold them. I have a lot more of the coconut mix that hasn't even been rolled into balls yet. If you hear farting sounds, I'm sorry. I have Club Penguin going. See, as you can see, I already started putting some of them in chocolate, and some of them just didn't finish getting covered. But yeah, if you hear the farting sound, it's, I have Club Penguin pulled up because I'm mining for coins and people are playing. You can make a fart sound on Club Penguin. It sets nicely so it doesn't like leak out everywhere. Like some chocolate, like if you just warm up chocolate, I almost said kisses, but just like chocolate chips, and you don't put like a wax or something or an oil in it, then it'll like just be super liquidy. Not necessarily liquidy, but it won't hold its shape. But almond bark will hold its shape, which is really nice. So technically you don't have to keep these in like a freezer or a fridge. I keep them in the fridge. Sometimes I keep them in the freezer if I'm feeling like having a real crunchy one, but you really don't have to. I feel like some people don't call these bonbons, they call them something else. Trying to not eat them all because they're so good. I want to save them for my husband too. Like, oh, that is so good. I still need to make him peanut brittle. I'm gonna make peanut brittle for when he comes home, because he said that that's the Christmas treat he wants. My computer keeps freezing and shutting down. Not shutting down, but just like going off. And I'm like, hello, I'm playing a game. Again, I prefer a double boiler for this. I prefer a double boiler for anything with chocolate. It just, the chocolate stays liquidy longer because it's in like water. It's not in water, but the bottom of the pot is, and it doesn't burn. Like right now I'm getting to the bottom of the chocolate, and it's just, I have to scrape. But yeah, that is how you make bonbons, or yeah, that's how my family makes bonbons. My bonbons are melting, so I should probably go put them back in the freezer. See, I melted the part. So I think I'm gonna go put these in the freezer for a little bit and melt more chocolate. But yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you next one. Bye.